come into this area. We're staying here tonight, and I know you have a baseball game and you have a big basketball game. We're going to go really quickly tonight, but we're going to say one thing. We're going to make America great again. Remember that. Make America great again, because that's what matters. So I brought somebody very, very special along. I wonder who that could be. I wonder. And she's an incredible woman. She's an incredible mother. She loves her son, Barron, so much, and just really something special. And I have to say, she will make an unbelievable First Lady. So I'd like to introduce my wife, Melania. Come. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello. It is wonderful. Thank you. We love you too. It is wonderful to be here today with you and with my husband. I'm very proud of him. He's a hard worker. He's kind. He has a great heart. He's tough. He's smart. He's a great communicator. He's a great negotiator. He's telling the truth. He's a great leader. He's fair. As you may know by now, when you attack him, he will punch back 10 times harder. No matter who you are, a man or a woman, he treats everyone equal. He's a fighter, and if you elect him to be your president, he will fight for you and for our country. He will work for you and with you, and together we will make America strong and great again. Thank you.
So beautiful. She said, do you mind? I wrote something coming out. I wrote something. Do you mind if I said? I said, not at all. Should I read it? She says, I don't want you to read it. I don't want you to read it. Thank you very much. So I really want to thank Melania for that. That was very special. You know, Wisconsin's a really special place, and we've been all over today, speeches all over. We had one before, thousands and thousands of people standing outside of an airplane hangar because the hangar was packed. And we had another one in the morning, and it's been an amazing day and some phenomenal results. You see what's happening with the polls. Boom, like a rocket ship. It's like a rocket. I guess I just heard when I walked in, one just came out that we're 10 points up. But don't worry about that. Don't pretend you didn't hear that. Go out and vote tomorrow, okay? Go out and vote tomorrow. You know, I used to say this to politicians that be friends of mine. I say, pretend you're a little bit behind, okay? That way you work hard. You never forget. But, you know, there's somebody I saw just a little while ago in the audience, a very special woman, an incredible woman. And Melania just said hello and met her, was so taken. And she represented you so beautifully. And some of you know who she is. Many of you know who she is. But she was Miss Wisconsin. She has one of the most incredible spirits that I've ever seen. She's got a husband and a son. And his son is absolutely magnificent. And she loves him more than anything that you can imagine. And she's going through a very hard time. And she has been so supportive and so, just incredible of what we're trying to do. Not me, I'm a messenger. What we're trying to do, make America great again and bring it back and stop letting the world take advantage of us, both militarily. I mean, we don't win anymore. We don't win anymore. We don't win a trade. We don't win with the military. We pay for everybody else's military. We don't know what we're doing. And she saw it, and she was here early. And she knows that we're going to take care of our people, and it's going to be America first. It's got to be America first. We have no choice. We have no choice. And she's with a friend of hers who's very well known, Chelsea Cooley, who is a tremendous, tremendous woman and just an amazing person. Also a great singer. But I won't even mention that because Chelsea would be the last to want to have people know that. Chelsea is such a great friend of Melissa Young. And Melissa Young, I just want to bring her and Chelsea onto the stage, and maybe Melissa would like to say something, and Chelsea, but this is just an unbelievable woman. So could I ask Melissa to come up on stage, please? Okay? Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, I love you guys too. Most of all, I love this man. I promise I won't cry this time. I'm gonna pull it together. This is the greatest man I have ever met. His heart is made of pure gold. He saved me in so many ways and changed my world. Yes, he gave me a lot of gifts in my life. A gift of compassion and showing my son how to pay it forward. But above that, if this man becomes president of the United States of America, he is going to give me the best gift ever, and that is, I'll know that when I leave this world, I won't be here to watch my son grow. But I'll know that he is going to grow up in a country that is safe. That's what every mother wishes for. And please, my fellow Wisconsinites, please, tomorrow, vote for Mr. Trump. Give yourselves that sense of peace. Give that to your children. This is the greatest man I have ever met, and he is going to make America great again. Thank you all so much. God bless you.
Thank you. I'll tell you, that's an amazing story and just an incredible story, and we're going to make sure that it goes as well as it can. She was so amazing the way she walked up here and just spoke from the heart, and we all have to speak for the heart and from the heart. And you notice no teleprompters. We don't have teleprompters. We want to do it right from here and from here and from here. But I just want to, I saw Melissa and I said, I have to have you up because her story is an amazing story, and it's a story of courage. And we're going to work with her family, and we're going to make sure everything goes well. Okay, thank you all very much. So, in coming over today, and in going through a few of them, I said to a few of the folks, I've got to explain what's happening because our country is being decimated by stupidity, by bad deals, by horrible trades, by TPP, which Cruz wants badly and is going to destroy Wisconsin. This Trans-Pacific Partnership is a disaster. Cruz is pushing it hard. Kasich, I don't think he's a player here. The guy's 1-32. He's won, and it was his own state. And if I would have campaigned there 2 more days instead of staying in Florida, I would have won, in my opinion, Ohio. He's 1-32. Now, in all fairness, Jeb Bush was doing a lot better than that. Many people were doing better. It's called you get out. He's taken my votes. So we have to get over 50%. And how do you do that? Look, at a certain point in life, what you do is you say, I'm 1-32. In other words, I've won 1 out of 32 states. And you do what Marco did, which was great, which was and you do what Rand Paul did, and you do what a lot of them did, and you get out. And by the way, if you want, you can put your name up, and you can say, I want to run, and you go to the convention and you run. But it would be nice to see, because I'll tell you what, he takes my votes away much more than he does Cruz. And I don't like it. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's appropriate. But you know what? If we have to live with them, we still beat them easily. Okay, folks? I mean, okay? But, you know, Kasich voted for NAFTA. NAFTA was a disaster for Wisconsin, and it was a disaster for our country. Ted Cruz wants TPP, and it is going to make NAFTA look like peanuts. What they're doing to us with those documents. And Cruz is the one that insisted that we can't talk about money manipulation, which is devaluation of currencies, in the agreement. He wouldn't let him do it. He's the one that fought currency devaluation. That's the single biggest tool that other countries have for taking our business, taking our money, and taking our jobs. And we can't let this go on any longer. Now, they're controlled by their PACs. They're controlled by the people that put up their campaign contributions. They're controlled, you know, the lobbyists in Washington, they have signs on their forehead. It's like stamped into their forehead. I take care of Cruz. They're specialists. I take care of Kasich. I take care of Hillary. Oh, Hillary. Ay, ay, ay. Take care of Hillary. So we can't let it happen anymore. We can't let it happen anymore. It's time, you know, Obama used to say time for change. I'll say it's time for change, but real change this time. Not that change, real change. Obama yesterday, President Obama yesterday, for the first time, he started having reservations about the Iran deal. I could have told him that 6 months ago, 9 months ago, long before it was signed. The ink isn't even dry, and now he's finally starting to understand it was a big, beautiful mistake, and it's only going to get worse. And by the way, Iran is getting worse. They were supposed to come into the community. Remember? What a bunch of babies. Are we babies? Are we babies? Hello over there. They were supposed to come into the community, and they were supposed to, you know, get involved. Now, you see, they just ordered 118 Airbus jets. Those are the big jets. Airbus jets, 100. They didn't order Boeing. The reason, one of the reasons, is we restrict them from spending. So we give them $150 billion, and they're not even allowed to give us money by investing, by buying our products, okay? How crazy are we? How much longer is it going to last? When are we going to get smart? When are we going to stop? We, as a country, are being ripped off. We are being ripped off by virtually every single country in the world, okay? Whether it's militarily or trade. We don't win anymore. We can't win with the military. We can't beat ISIS. Can you imagine General MacArthur or General George Patton? They say get rid of ISIS. What do you think? Let's see. What time is it now? It's so sad to see what's happening to our country, and we're going to turn it around, and we're going to change it, and we're going to make it rich again. We're going to make it strong again. So many different elements. And I've been talking about trade. I always talk about trade, because when I announced on June 16th, coming down the escalator with Melania, it was like the Academy Awards. There was so many cameras. I've never seen anything like it. So many cameras. And I took a deep breath, and I said, let's go. Because we have to do it. You know, it takes guts. Running for president, believe me, takes guts. It takes a lot of guts, believe me. And even for the politicians they run, at least they're out on the line. And then you see the dishonesty. You see where I won Louisiana, and then I find out that I'm not supposed to get as many delegates as a person that I beat. What kind of stuff is that? And somebody said, well, there's a rule and another rule. And I don't care about rules, folks. I go out, I campaign, we win. We win. We get the delegates, right? But in the meantime, we have millions more votes than Cruz. We've beaten him in most of the states. I mean, we're just winning so much. And we're winning by almost 300 delegates, so we're doing great. And I think we close it out before the, before the convention. I think we actually close it out before the convention. And that's like a prize fighter. You know, they go into unfriendly territory. And the champ, and he goes in, and they say, what do you think? You may have an unfriendly decision. He says, no, when you knock them out, there's no unfriendly decisions. If we get the delegates, we've pulled out a knockout. And that's the way it's going to be. And I think I can see that happening because more and more people are calling. They want to get on board. Frankly, when I looked at, what happened, a friend of mine who's one of my great friends, he lives right down the road, not very far from here. And he said, with Wisconsin, you're going to win. I said, well, what do you think? But I'm not seeing polls that are great. I'm a little bit down. I'm down in some. I'm a little down. And he says, no, you're going to win. But you have to be there. You have to come in. You have to talk to the people like we did this afternoon at the hangar. And he said, you're going to win.